What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. This channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. Hey, and listen, check this out, man. Hit that share button for me. And if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, man. We finna be back on this road where we posting. Anyways, man, we got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of esoteric work to do and put in. You know what I'm saying? It's getting crazy out here, man. You know, they always trying to work, so we got to keep our work going. But today, man, if you want to know how we end up with the astrology that we have, the science that we have, and the religions, I'm finna give you a big overstanding this so you can be able to see what happened. You get what I'm saying? All right, boom. So you already know about the Bethel star. If you didn't, go do research on it. They say basically it was a star that was shooting off, and then, you know, astrologers was trying to track it, see where it went and whenever it landed at. It landed upon a child that was being birthed. And, you know, this is where they like to mix things up, y'all, because they like to take everything from above and force it on ground. This is the reason why I be saying, even with some of the as above, so as below, that concept don't always work. You get what I'm saying? Because this, in this type of way, this is not saying that. Because when things play up out there, it could be talked about as being said as a human, or being said as a half human, half animal. And that is the way that people interpret it down here. You get what I'm saying? But they don't understand that this is just saying this is the energy that comes with this. But you know how they like to do nowadays, they like to label everything. But when it come down to this happened in 7 BCE or something like that, yeah. So anyway, after all of that happened, even if they told the truth about what they seen and stuff, they treated the child that was there as if the child was a god. So this all out the gate let you know they were doing things wrong, right? So then they go all the way to the 1600s, right? Where, you know, everything get passed down through these inner families. They don't let nothing come through them. They're keeping the knowledge. They're keeping the secrets. You know what I'm saying? This is basically the secrets of spirituality, because that's the reason why they give us so much things now to hinder us, so we won't be able to focus and give time to God, or AKA become more with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And understanding things from that point of view. So they want to give you a mind and all, but it get deep, right? Because this is where it comes from, right? When you think about the 1600s, right, like 1609, they had what his name was, Jonas Kepler, right? Jonas Kepler was an astronomer, right? A German astronomer, where they came to him and they asked him to, you know, tell them is something a supernova or not, right? So they was trying to figure out, was it a supernova or what type of was it an asteroid or whatever was going on there, right? Where they had this guy, which was an astronomer, you remember what I said, had him go try to figure out what was going on. So when he tried to go learn about the Eastern astrology, they said that it was forbidden. So technically, he couldn't get held of that, right? So when he went to the Western astrologers, this is where he decided to study and learn more about it. So he found out this exact alignment that would be happening, and saying those that's born on this date, treat those people as gods. You know what I'm saying? So boom, out the gate, y'all need to understand something. And this thing of how these placements work, these people know how to play their pieces, of where they slide themselves into something and make it work for themselves, and they keep passing on through the family. Because later on, you're going to see how we get modern science today, and even off the, you know how they say in science, Newton's first and second law, all of this comes from this guy Kepler. Kepler passed his stuff down to Isaac Newton, and then so forth. You get what I'm saying? And this stuff is already lost out the gate, because when it came to East astrology, them the guys that was reading the heavens. When it came to Western astrology, they was reading more of the body. So this is where things started getting twisted and things started getting tied. Now, we don't know if they kept it an actual secret, but from that point, but it don't matter, because regardless, all of the lie, we can see the truth coming out of it. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes down to that, this is how they tried to map it out. You see how I said they said everyone that's born on this date, treat them as God. Instead of them doing that, they posted, and they said because every planet would be in its native sign. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they tried to make it seem like these people would be special. These people would have more than others. See, this is out the gate. Also, is one of those things where people be like chosen ones. No, that's another form of lostness. There's other ways to explain it and break it down, but that's just one way. But the day that this was going on, instead of them looking into the heavens and understanding what's going on from that point of view with the animalistic natures and playing out how it's going to play out on you, which is, you know, what type of mind you're going to be in, they decided to create a mind where people should follow. So they created everything that, like, whatever this person says, by them being natively born on this date, they automatically correct and they should be treated as gods. And this is why you shouldn't call yourself as a god if you're in the conscious community as well. And there's a lot more things down to it. The Bible, like, literally be telling you in so many different ways. But if you go in the Bible and read it as human, you're going to automatically come across contradiction, because it wasn't talking about a human in that sense. It was talking about, a lot of times, it was just talking about masculine energy, feminine energy, one of them being placed over the other, and back and forth, and then just explaining one side of an animal, which, you know what I'm saying, it'd be talking about, let's say, a ram, and it's explaining how the ram work, like a pair of rams. You know what I'm saying? That's the masculine side and the feminine side, which is the yin and the yang. So what people don't understand is, when they bring these things down, they'll actually think that this is what's being played out. They actually think it's a whole little zoo going on. Like, for real, man, a whole barn, whatever you want to look at. So they already knew by doing this, it's a trick to the mind. Just like when they came up with magic and ways to make it look like they're getting hurt and so forth. But that's a whole nother video where a guy actually, like, he's taking a sword and stabbing himself. And they see what they did then was making it seem like they was the ones that had some type of witchcraft that kept them alive to scare people. So this, once again, is one of those fear tactics that they use, right, to today, that it still work. And then also, when they come out with these things where they go secretly go do them and they fail, you could kind of tell, because they don't push the issue to have the thirst to do it as much. So you got to pay close attention to them, but at the same time, do not believe in what they're saying. Just look at it like, wow, they're going to actually try some things, because this is what they're here for. Like, they're here to make you choose man over God. And that's, you already knew, and the Bible was telling you about science and all of this stuff, because instead of them admitting that something is unknown or that it's just spirit, you know what I'm saying, they just rather just say, nah, it's a reason for it. It's a logic to it. So this is also go down to a lot of earth signs, man, y'all. So don't get too logical out there. Don't let some of these things they doing break you down, because that's the main way they play on us, you know what I'm saying, out here, and to make us real stressed out. And next thing you know, by you being earthy and trying to be logical so much and bringing everything so practical, you've been made a blockage, a golem on yourself, you know what I'm saying, where you're not able to proceed. So not only do we got to fight through these battles with these people and whoop them in these spiritual warfares, but bro, it's literally like, you know what I'm saying, you got to be out here. It's like, for real, like that. And I've been saying that since I've been doing these videos. Y'all know that about these spiritual wars, bro. And it's just crazy, because some people will look at it and they get lost because they'll hurry up and throw a distraction out there. You got to look. Every time it seems like it's starting to dole out, they throw something up. Someone die. They don't care what it takes to gain the attention of the people, because they know at the end of the day, if I got the attention, the only thing they're paying attention to is the light. They're not seeing what's in the dark. So this is another reason why we call these people shadow powers. They're doing things from behind closed doors and pulling strings without being seen, and ain't trying to take the scenery for it. But rather they'll give somebody else to shine and have you mad at this person, while the ones that you don't even know of out there just living their best life. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, because that's how they play it. They play it like they blessings one person, and yet they're taking away from millions. So it's like a weird way of them trying to say they're spiritual. So at the end of the day, they're not even access to spiritual messages. So when we get to running the world, bro, it's going to be different, bro. So they might well hand it up. Like, that's why I be telling y'all to share. The more of us get out here, the more of us start picking up cameras, more of us start doing videos, the more of us start texting people out here. Because, bro, I don't just do videos, man. I go around and I talk to people in person as well. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people be like, yo, why would you risk that? And you'll be arguing with the people. I'm like, well, you know, I'm an older spirit, I feel like. And when I talk to these people, it's almost like they're kids, because you will say something to them and ask them something, no matter how old they is, and the way that they react. You know how you got the kids that get mad because they can't get something they want or can't, you know, have it their way. Then you got the ones that, you know, they look like they paying attention and then they zoning out. Bro, it be all type of stuff going on. Hold on, let me crank this car back up. It be all type of stuff that's going on, right? And then that's another thing, like, the way that they work is meant for you to feel like, especially when you start getting in the spiritual realm, it's like they see that, right? And they start feeling that awareness, they feel that vibration. It's almost like a Goku Super Saiyan shield. It's like you ain't just Super Saiyan no more, because you Super Saiyan, I mean, you kind of conscious, you know, you kind of dodging little potholes. But when you go God mode, they feel like you're unbeatable, right? And I'm not saying that you're God, but now I'm saying that the work that you're doing is from the power of God and for God. So you're doing God's work. And they hate that, dog. So at the end of the day, man, that's why I'm grabbing this camera, man. We're going to keep it pushing, dog, because, hey, like I said, they working every minute on us. You know what I'm saying? They playing tricks with wars, and everybody got to know, bro. You got to think about it, bro. These people, like, they be getting the actual event of what happened. It's like, dang, how y'all knew they was going to be right here? Dang, how you had the camera right here? Dang, y'all had everything set up to have, like, so much going on. But, like, a lot of people don't understand what goes on when you get out of this continent. And people ain't going to treat you the same, bro. Trust me. But anyways, man, so be careful about going to war and thinking you're going to war for God. So that's another way they got the army trap, too. So they play all type of tricks to get a lot of different people. Not only that, when you drizzle down to the God things, like I said, give each one of them an animalistic nature to believe in. Give one of them a planet, because it's going to come with both. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to come with the masculine side and the feminine side. And then play it onto their body. And then they don't even got a mind for themselves. It's crazy how they play. It's like they take away your fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. And then on top of that, when you try to go to the fourth, which is like what a lot of Christians try to do, have a higher power, higher thought, it ain't even yours. So you go into somebody else's spiritual closet. But anyways, man, I'm going to get up out of here. We're going to keep it going. And, yeah, man, share this video. Let's get it.